you out of here. Hi, everybody. I'm a guy in the shed in Oklahoma who you're watching on the internet, I hope, because that's good for me, or bad for me, or it advances the storyline that you're watching. Hmm. I love it when a plan comes together. So it's like, as I as I posted in my Substack article, I'm sure you read. I'm I wasn't ready for any of this attention. You get used to being ignored, and then so you sharpen your jabs while you're being ignored. You sharpen your jabs, and then eventually stop poking me. You'll get some kind of attention. But the kind that I got from Vanderclay, which Gavin attributes to himself, sort of, in the talk with Tyler, um, which is worth it. At least the last 20 minutes is real good. We got that problem, and I learned that from you, Gavin. It's best to start at the end. So, I got a lot of thoughts. I mean, between the pet cow talk and then like, I swear, whatever Vanderclay dropped the day that me and pet cow recorded that talk was like addressing the points, and you can just watch them side by side almost. And the abandoned video Paul did. It's stretched out on the loom in there. That's like where he abandons. Like the start of the abandoned video is like welcome to this community. Welcome to the bridges of meaning and the trolls underneath it. It's I and just the time it takes to get in there and slice it all together nice and tight, and the civilization monocular view, and now I've installed all the fancy add-ons. It's like I went into the Steam and I installed all the add-ons because the version Grail Country uses is super fancy, and but he bought them all for me, so whatever. So we're gonna play some Civ 5. We're talking in the talks of like we're gonna set up a game and just the two of us, and talk it out about all the mapping of all of this invisible place we all cohabit, and how I'm mapping it to the Civ stuff, which I might show up on Twitch if you're into that, because I don't want to play on the YouTubes, because it's a different game I'm playing there. But I have to learn all these new add-ons, so there's that. Also, there's some 3 big recording conversations that are supposed to be scheduled this coming week. Burn Power, Sevilla King, and some guy from Hive. Now, Hive doesn't mean much to any of you. It's my story with it, and maybe I'll get somewhere in the telling that is worthwhile for anybody. So I got into what happened is I got involved with the Isaac Capulock, we'll call it that, and I get in and I see all the Discord communities and all the chat communities, and they're not building the Critical Role thing, the D&D voice actor thing. So I try to get that started, and one of the characters floating around that scene was the agent I ended up meeting in Colorado, Frank Bacon, and he suckered me onto Steemit, and they're probably deep down in the live streams. But Steemit is obviously cryptocurrency money laundering. You want your money clean? Well, steam it, okay? And eventually, the guy who also bought D-Live, which was the Lemon Land I streamed from for a while, bought the Steemit. But what happened it's a crypto social community, so it's like it's too rudimentary. It's like a forum. It's more like the old online forums than Facebook, but it functions similar to Facebook, and they've come a long way. But it's based on a cryptocurrency, and there's a lot of potential. And so when I looked into it, he suckered me onto it, and I was checking it out, and I was working with this sheep named Ewe, kind of, and she got the address for what do you call it? It's like when you buy up the land because you know somebody else is gonna buy it. She got the Steam address for True Stream Media. You know, the Jesuits that featured my tweet, and there was a big debacle over that. But the thing about it is it's maintained by witnesses. I mean, okay, so it's structurally got some design things I hope gets resolved in future forks and iterations. But the way it essentially works is like you make a post and then people have 7 days to notice it and vote on it. And all the while it's written to the blockchain, but like after 7 days it closes somehow and the financial transaction parts don't work anymore. But like theoretically you could reshare it or reblog it, they call it, and then that would be a anyway. Anyway, so okay, it's maintained by witnesses, which is important, but essentially the way it works is like imagine we all put our money in one bank. And then the interest from that, instead of everybody getting their own cut of the interest went into a pot, and the pot gets distributed based on your activity and appreciation on the platform. And the platform is maintained by witnesses, which means there's not Google decides we don't want that on anymore and it's gone. Like theoretically, like it's on the chain anywhere, so there'll be the other witnesses that have it. It's decentralized in that way. It's like as long as the block is up and running somewhere, then another witness can come online and I don't know. But it seems a lot more decentralized than whether or not Google says it can happen. And now, after Justin Sun bought it, the people who had built up whatever they did, I don't know, there's some crypto magic forked it thing off into Hive. So it's like built off of Steemit and had enough community. Like the people who cared enough about the community are now Hive, as far as I can tell. So it's a social network, a crypto social network of true believers, with a lot of potential. That it doesn't have like a convenient video thing is a problem for me because I'm looking for a Reaper market. So like say this talk with Gavin or like your favorite the Four Horsemen with the Peterson one, right? You string it out onto the social network in 6 second increments, and then cram it all together while people are watching it. When they thumb it, like that increment of the clip would get voted upwards, and then there's a lot of potential. So I'm talking to a guy from there who seems to know like the back end side, what he is doing, or at least what's going on over there. So I hope to get a better version of the Hive forking story from him and also explore some potentials in that interview, which I'm at least scheduling this week. So there's that. There's just so much. But that's, I don't know, a Saturday update that's not an uncomfortable live stream that I would later have to clip. If you get a chance, my recommended talks are me and Chris, Sally and Chris, Gavin and Tyler, and probably that Luke and Paul that is apparently the one Paul didn't want you to see. And then also do the Vanderklay Abandoned edition of that one drop. There's two versions, one's longer, watch the long one, especially the long part. You can, I don't know. That's the word from the shed.